Good morning, America. The scorching, record-breaking heat, the it item of the summer stolen, and American tennis star Ben Shelton shines. Wildfire emergency. Overnight, the canyon fire exploding in size, reaching nearly 5,000 acres in less than 24 hours. The blaze threatening hundreds of homes. We're on the scene tracking the evacuations right now. As more than 50 million Americans are on alert for scorching, dangerous heat. So hot, some planes couldn't land.
The temperature outside is 117 degrees. The tarmac is north of 150 degrees right now.
As the blistering temperatures move east for the weekend.
Breaking overnight, Israeli leaders approved Benjamin Netanyahu's proposal for a full military takeover of the Gaza Strip. What this means for the war and the hostages.
New fallout as President Trump's latest tariffs take effect and start to hit home. We'll break down the prices expected to rise, plus the president's new order and how your 401k plan might look different.
Water slide scare on the world's largest cruise ship. The world's tallest drop slide at sea, breaking, injuring a passenger. You can see the giant hole in the acrylic glass. Now, what the major cruise line is saying this morning.
Kelly Clarkson's family tragedy, her ex-husband and father of her 2 young children passing away after a years-long struggle with cancer. Just a day after she announced a pause in her Las Vegas residency. What we're learning this morning.
Labubu break-in. Thieves making off with thousands of dollars worth of the it item of the summer.
It's still really cute.
So cute.
What's behind the billion-dollar craze driving people to crime?
And Ben hits the big time.
Ben Shelton is the singular one.
22-year-old American tennis sensation Ben Shelton rallied to a huge victory ahead of the U.S. Open. In an Ed Sheeran exclusive, behind the scenes with Ed, reuniting with his Harry Potter lookalike, helping him with a big debut.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Friday. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America, on this Friday morning. They've got a big win for Ben Shelton right there. Happy to see that. Also, new music from Ed Sheeran, which we all are excited about, and we have new music from our guys. Good Charlotte, they're here for our summer concert series. You're a big fan with.
Oh yeah, it brings back a lot of memories. Yeah. I had my whole punk era back in the day. We'll get into that later, but we're looking forward to Good Charlotte for sure. And Rebecca, you have 2 big tech headlines you're following.
Yeah, some really big stories for everyone out there. We're breaking down OpenAI's GPT-5. They're calling it smarter, faster, more useful, and more accurate. And we're going to break down exactly how it can streamline everyday tasks for you. Plus, Instagram just unveiled a new feature, and it's raising some privacy concerns. We'll tell you how you can stay safe.
All right, we're looking forward to that later in the show, but we're going to begin with the wildfires in the West. As more than 50 million Americans are on alert for dangerous heat, Ginger is tracking that heat force. But first, Trevor Alt starts us off on the scene in the fire zone. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, Michael, and we've been watching as officials have been hurrying to close a lot of these roads as more than 10,000 people now are under evacuation orders because of the canyon fire. It's charred thousands of acres overnight, and we've been watching fire crews race all over the canyon trying to contain these flames as they pop up. It is very steep and difficult terrain, and of course the weather is doing these crews no favors.
This morning, a frightening scene as wildfires rage in California.
There's the sun. Completely throttled out.
LA County declaring a local emergency. The canyon fire exploding in size, reaching nearly 5,000 acres in less than 24 hours. Flames bearing down on hundreds of homes and power lines, forcing evacuations and damaging several structures. Crews clearing away vegetation using shovels and chainsaws. Colorado, smoke blotting out the sky as the Lee and Elk fires continue to blaze, burning more than 73,000 acres.
The conditions that we're seeing on this fires are right up there in the higher end of things that I've seen fire behavior-wise.
The fires fed by record-breaking heat across the country.
And here at Palm Springs Airport, the airlines have to be very particular about which aircraft they send here to make sure that they can handle the heat. The temperature outside is 117 degrees. The tarmac is north of 150 degrees right now. That is simply too hot for some planes to handle.
These extremes can really create a perfect storm for heat-related illnesses, especially in our vulnerable populations.
And of course, this extreme heat continues to fuel new fires. Just here in Southern California, we've seen several new ones reported in just the past few hours. And the real concern is they will roar up even further as we get later into the day and the temperatures rise once again, Rebecca.
Yeah, that is a real concern. It was really something to see you out there on the tarmac. All right, Trevor, thank you. We're going to head to Ginger now with that heat on the move. Ginger, tell us where it's going.
It's creeping all the way here by early next week, so we will get into that. But first, let's just focus on where they have the worst and most critical fire danger, parts of Wyoming, Colorado, Utah, and Arizona. Single-digit humidity. Some of those gusts could be up to 55 miles per hour. But when we're talking heat, this wasn't just, a couple of daily records were broken. No, Phoenix had their all-time hottest temperature on record in the month of August, meaning 118 is the hottest they've ever done in the month of August. Tucson tied it at 112. Scottsdale, Arizona, same thing. Clayton, New Mexico, Palm Springs also had some records that fell. Now let's talk about those heat advisories, because that's where it's moving. The question of who gets it when and next. Dallas up to Minneapolis, Green Bay, all on heat alert, because we are going to see numbers creeping into the 100+ range. But daily records are still going to happen in the Southwest. And then here's that East Coast part of it. By Sunday and Monday, you see Buffalo, daily records possible there. Wow. And Michael, I don't know if you can hit in 90 degrees for a hole-in-one, but next week you're going to have to do it.
The ball goes further in the heat.
Okay. Oh, see, there you go. He's already worked it all out.
So someone will take it.
Yeah. Thank you, Ginger. Appreciate it. We're going to get the latest now on President Trump naming a top ally to the Federal Reserve as his latest round of sweeping tariffs goes into effect. Rachel Scott is tracking it all at the White House. Rachel, good morning.
Hey, Whit, good morning to you. Well, countries are now scrambling to respond to the president's sweeping tariffs as Americans and businesses are now bracing to pay more for everything from electronics to household appliances. The Yale Budget Lab estimates that the tariffs could cost the average household $2,400 a year. Fresh produce prices are expected to rise 7%. The average price of a new car could jump by about $6,000 in the short run. Toyota says it expects to take a $9.5 billion hit to its profits due to the tariffs. And the U.S. cosmetic line e.l.f. said that their products took a 30% hit as these new tariffs on Chinese goods went into place. Now, the president is adamant that this is going to drive up manufacturing. But as Americans brace for the impact here, he's also increasing the pressure on the Federal Reserve to lower interest rates. Overnight, he did announce that he would be nominating one of his top economic advisors, Stephen Muir, to temporarily fill a vacancy over at the Fed. He is a Trump loyalist. He's been a vocal supporter of the president's tariffs. And of course, all of this comes as the president continues to criticize the current chair of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, for not lowering those interest rates. Whit.
And Rachel, another topic here. President Trump has also issued an executive order that will impact 401ks.
Yeah, the president signed this executive order that can now clear the way for Americans to invest their 401k retirement savings into private equity and also cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. The president now ordering the Labor Department to review rules that previously discouraged the move. It is worth noting that many crypto firms invested heavily in the president's campaign. Whit.
All right, something to watch. Rachel Scott, thank you. Michael?
All right, thank you, Whit. We're going to go overseas now to the Middle East on edge after Israeli leaders approved Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's plan to expand military operations in fully occupied Gaza. Our chief foreign correspondent, Ian Pannell, in Tel Aviv. Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, good morning, Michael. There's a real sense of shock about what's just happened here. Just look at this notice board behind me. It reads 671 days since the hostages were taken by Hamas and others. It's also 671 days of mass destruction inside Gaza, tens of thousands of people killed, hundreds of thousands forced from their homes, and for everyone concerned, things are about to get worse.
Overnight, in the face of massive opposition at home and abroad, Israeli leaders approving a plan for a full military occupation of the Gaza Strip. Across the country, widespread demonstrations. The Israeli cabinet meeting for almost 10 hours in Jerusalem. Outside, protesters outraged, demanding an end to the war and a return of the hostages. 20 are believed to still be alive and held by Hamas in the areas Israel now plans to take over. Hostage families calling the move a death sentence for their loved ones. The mother of one hostage slamming Netanyahu's plan. She says instead of doing the one thing that this government hasn't done, put a comprehensive deal on the table that'll bring all 50 of them home together. Netanyahu telling Fox News Israel will occupy Gaza but doesn't want to govern it.
We want to hand it over to Arab forces that will govern it properly without threatening us and giving Gazans a good life. That's not possible with Hamas.
But Palestinians and international groups remain sceptical. Any military control of Gaza would displace hundreds of thousands of people in the midst of what the UN and others say is a humanitarian crisis, with thousands of people starving and tens of thousands killed and injured by the ongoing war. We met one group of Palestinians approved to leave Gaza for urgent medical treatment in Jordan, among them children. Noor's 8-month-old daughter Hannah needs a heart operation. She weighs less than 9 pounds. But once she recovers, the little girl and her mum, like the rest here, will be sent back into Gaza, into the war zone.
Well, the United Nations High Commission for Refugees just issuing a statement that condemns the move, calling it to be withdrawn immediately, saying extending the war will lead to more killing, more suffering and more destruction. Whit.
All right, Ian Panel for us, thank you. This morning, we're learning more about a potential meeting between President Trump and Vladimir Putin to discuss ending the war in Ukraine. The president saying that Putin does not have to meet with President Zelensky before meeting with him, as the White House had suggested earlier.
No, he doesn't. No.
So when do you think that meeting?
They would like to meet with me, and I'll do whatever I can to stop the killings.
Our chief global affairs anchor, Martha Raddatz, joins us now with more. Martha, good morning.
Good morning, Whit. This morning was the deadline President Trump set for Russia to accept a ceasefire or face new punishing sanctions. But the deadline comes as President Trump and Vladimir Putin say they are both open to that one-on-one meeting. The White House had originally been pushing for a trilateral meeting between Trump, Putin and Ukraine's President Zelensky, but Putin has made it clear that a meeting with Zelensky is off the table for now, saying conditions for that are still far away. As to whether or not the U.S. will hit Russia with sanctions if Russia doesn't agree to a ceasefire, President Trump says that will be up to Putin, but probably unlikely given that high-level meeting could take place soon, very soon. Putin says it could be held in the UAE, but no location has been decided on. Whit.
Okay, we'll stand by for news on that. And Martha, separately, a new decision from the Pentagon about transgender service members.
Exactly. You know, all transgender service members are being separated from the military under President Trump's policies. Those nearing the 20-year retirement mark were allowed to apply for early retirement benefits. The Air Force had approved about a dozen transgender members who had served for 15 to 18 years for early retirement, but now say those notices were premature and those service members will not receive retirement benefits. Whit.
Martha Raddatz, thank you. Michael?
All right, Whit, we're going to turn now to OpenAI launching GPT-5. Rebecca, this is a game changer, and you have the details.
It is such a game changer. Things are moving so quickly here, Michael. OpenAI's new model, its latest artificial intelligence, is called GPT-5. The company says it's smarter, faster, more useful, and more accurate than previous models. Sam Altman, the company's CEO, on a call with ABC News and journalists, said it's like talking to a PhD-level expert. Almost 10% of the world is using ChatGPT every week. They are stressing that GPT-5 will especially be valuable to writing, healthcare, and coding. For the first time, it is free to all users. Most watching right now probably aren't going to be using this to create a new app. They're not going to be using it for coding, but it can be super helpful in crafting emails, copy for your website, if you run a small business. It's also going to be able to connect now with your Google Calendar and your Gmail accounts so that it can talk to you about your schedule, suggest new things. We're just at the beginning of this, and it is moving so quickly.
I feel like I'm in a movie. I'm going to be fighting robots.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
You just wait, Michael.
You'll be coding in no time, Michael.
I kind of like thinking on my own, though. That's my problem.
Well, it's important to still maintain that skill set.
Yeah, very much so.
Really important.
We'll check it out. We'll see how it goes. All right, thank you, Rebecca. Appreciate you. We're going to turn now to a frightening accident aboard a luxury cruise ship on the famous Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Sea. Sam Champion, you have this story for us, and this is pretty shocking.
Michael, you saw the picture of the water coming out of the clear part of that slide, and we've all been on these water slides, and every time, haven't you wondered what would happen? It's the world's largest cruise ship, and suddenly a water slide malfunction leads to a very scary scene. This morning, a nightmare scene on board a dream ship. A man injured after the acrylic glass broke off the Frightening Bolt water slide on Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas, sending torrents of water pouring on the deck below. The vessel was at sea traveling between the U.S. Virgin Islands and the Bahamas when the incident occurred. The Frightening Bolt is the tallest drop slide at sea, with a drop floor that propels the guest along the 282-foot slide through a 360-degree loop.
No more slide.
Passengers heard screaming. The hole in the bottom of the slide visible once the water was turned off. Icon of the Seas is the world's largest cruise ship and has only been in service since January of last year. Experts say even though images like these are alarming, the seas are still safe.
These slides, probably much more frequently than land-based, are continuously and constantly being inspected for, any issues. If cracks are determined, these slides and attractions are immediately taken out of service.
Royal Caribbean issuing a statement. The guest is being treated for his injuries. The water slide is closed for the remainder of the sailing, pending an investigation. Royal Caribbean also saying the investigation is ongoing and the passengers reportedly new information in stable condition. Icon of the Seas will return to port tomorrow morning.
Wow.
Yeah,
All right.
I know.
Incredible video. Sam, thank you. Appreciate it. We're going to turn now to some preseason football excitement. Will Reeve is here. A lot of eyes are on the Eagles, the Bills, and rookie Shedeur Sanders.
Absolutely. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It is the preseason, so the games don't count, but they do matter. So mostly for fans to get a first look at their teams and for teams to get a first look at their players as they build out their roster. Shedeur Sanders makes his NFL debut tonight. He's fourth on the four-man depth chart for the Cleveland Browns. He was expected to go high in the NFL draft, but he went all the way down to the fifth round. All you need is a shot. He'll get his tonight. Dion, his dad, probably won't be there. Shedeur said he's asked his dad to stay away from training camp to avoid distractions. There was on-field action last night, 3 games, one featuring the Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, breaking out the tush push, the most notorious of plays, and avoided that league-wide ban. Jalen Hurts loves it. This was Tanner McKee who gets it in. So
they're good at that.
They are a Super Bowl contender, but according to a supercomputer, they are not the favorite. That distinction would belong to the Buffalo Bills, who, according to the Opta analysis projection model, have a 13% chance to win the Super Bowl, followed by the Chiefs at 9%, then the Eagles at 8%.
Who there and the what now?
They don't play games on computers, they play it on the field.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. All right. You can't compute the heart. Well,
there you go.
There you go. All right, thank you, bud. Coming up, we have the Florida diver bitten by a shark. What he told us saved his life as he sounded the alarm about more sharks showing up in the Gulf. Our Morgan Norwood is standing by with the details.
Plus, Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband and the father of her young children passed away after a long battle with cancer. What we're learning this morning.
Really tough story. And we break down the new Instagram feature raising privacy questions.
Sam is here with tight security. Explain that.
Michael, it's all about what's under the glass case right there. T,
don't mess.
guard this carefully. No, I don't want to see not one smile. T, do we have one?
Come on, let that smile.
No, it's serious. It is the summer of Labubu. We're going to talk about this status symbol and thieves caught on camera stealing thousands of dollars of them. We will be right back.
Ooh. Ooh, that's catchy.
Yes,
Always get this. Welcome back to GMA. That's a little look at Ed Sheeran's new single, A Little More. We have much more of Ed's new video, his Harry Potter look-alike, with the Pop News exclusive behind the scenes. That's in our next hour.
Want to learn more about that Harry Potter look-alike? All coming up. We'll get to the bottom of it. First, though, new at 7:30, the FAA is hiring. The Federal Aviation Administration said on Thursday that it expects to hire at least 8,900 air traffic controllers by late 2028. But according to the agency's own numbers, this would not solve a nationwide staffing shortage. Also, 2 members of a helicopter crew died after their chopper struck power lines and crashed into a barge on the Mississippi River in Illinois. The victims were working on the power lines at the time of the crash, which sparked a fire, sending plumes of black smoke into the air. No other injuries reported. And Tom Brady is getting a special honor. The 7-time Super Bowl champ left the Patriots in 2020, but now he's getting a 12-foot tall bronze statue outside Gillette Stadium. The official unveiling takes place tonight. Another statue.
Yeah, congrats
Mr. Brady, yes.
I'm sure he has plenty of others. Probably some in his
all
backyard,
the rings.
Exactly.
But we're going to make a serious turn now to Kelly Clarkson's family tragedy. The singer's ex-husband dying of cancer at the age of 48. The couple sharing 2 children. Our Will Reeve is back with the story. Good morning again, Will.
Hey, good morning, Michael. Sad news here. They were married for a while. They share 2 kids. Kelly announcing to her fans that she was going to be postponing or canceling her Las Vegas residency just a day before this tragic news unfolded.
This morning, Kelly Clarkson and her family mourning the loss of her ex-husband and the father of her 2 children. Brandon Blackstock died at 48 years old after a years-long struggle with cancer. His family telling ABC News, Brandon bravely battled cancer for more than 3 years. He passed away peacefully and was surrounded by family. The news coming just one day after the 43-year-old Clarkson stunned fans by announcing she would be pausing her Las Vegas residency. Posting on Instagram, "While I normally keep my personal life private, this past year my children's father has been ill, and at this moment I need to be fully present for them."
This clearly has been an incredibly painful moment for Kelly. I mean, imagine she is a mother of 2 young children who just lost their father, and now she feels like she has to disappoint fans.
Blackstock, a television producer and talent manager to stars including Blake Shelton, started dating Clarkson in 2012. His ex-stepmother is Reba McEntire, who's also Clarkson's close friend. Clarkson and Blackstock married in 2013 and share 2 children, 11-year-old daughter River and 9-year-old son Remy, along with his children from a previous relationship, Savannah and Seth. Her song Piece by Piece, inspired by Blackstock, who acted as her manager while they were married. Clarkson filed for divorce in 2020, citing irreconcilable differences. It was a contentious breakup involving a legal battle over property and spousal support. Always looking out for their children, Clarkson shared this on her talk show.
We have 4 kids, and divorce is never easy. And we're both from divorced families, so we know the best thing here is to protect our children and their little hearts.
Earlier this year, Clarkson missed 10 tapings of her popular show.
And there's no word yet on the status of Clarkson's Las Vegas residency, but that is the least important thing here. Our thoughts are with Kelly and the Blackstock family and the children most of all.
Yeah, absolutely. They've all been through so much.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you. We turn now to the Florida diver bitten by a shark deep in the Gulf. We're going to Morgan Norwood with how he survived. Thank goodness. Good morning, Morgan.
Yeah, Rebecca, this was supposed to be a routine dive. That was when a bull shark came darting right at him. This morning, Chance Armand says it was his quick reflexes, quite literally a knee-jerk reaction, that saved his life.
This morning, a spear fisherman thankful to survive after a bite from a bull shark.
We have a shark bite. He has a mahogany bill boat ramp.
28-year-old Chance Armand was spearfishing in the Gulf Saturday, 65 feet below the surface, when he says he caught a fish, then noticed an 8-foot bull shark coming right at him.
I was making my way up shortly after, and I probably got to about 55 feet, and my spidey senses kicked in, and I looked down, and I saw this bull shark come flying up. By the time I realized that he was not going to stop, all I could do was just throw my knee in between him and my chest.
Armand says at first, no one realized he was hurt.
Nobody knew that I was bit. I just told them there was a shark down there. And so my buddy came over to help do exactly that, like fight off the sharks. And with his mask in the water, he saw my knee filleted open. And that's whenever he realized, he was like, oh, like we need to get everybody in the boat.
Though his leg was bitten and bloody, Armand says he only needed stitches. He says he spearfishes every week and has noticed more sharks nearby. Experts say while the population is rebounding, it's not where it used to be. This encounter, just the latest this summer. So far in the U.S. this year, there have been at least a dozen shark bites, and scenes like this putting beachgoers on edge.
Oh my God, is it eating it?
A shark close to shore at Panama City Beach, going head-to-head with the stingray last week.
And Chance's big takeaway this morning is if you are going on a boat or going fishing, do not leave without a medical kit. He says that he didn't have one and says had that bite been much worse, we could be talking about a completely different story this morning, guys.
Well, I'm glad he's okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for that, Morgan.
Now with a Labubu heist, Labubu, in case you haven't heard, I'm saying it as many times as possible. A line of plush toys in huge demand. The thieves caught on camera here ransacking a shop that carries Labubu collectibles. Sam is back to get to the bottom of it all.
Oh, very good. But we're not making this up. This is for real, guys. The Labubu craze is a global phenomenon. The collectibles are known for their tall ears and that little jagged, toothy grin. They've exploded over the past few months, especially with Gen Z. Now, I mean, come on, look at that little face. Don't you want one? I don't know. But it looks like robbers do. And these little furry guys, they're looking at them and seeing dollar signs. These thieves breaking into a California collectible store aren't after diamonds, but nearly as precious, they want Labubus.
We worked so hard to get to this point, and for them just to come in like nothing and take it all away.
The owners say Wednesday morning their store was ransacked. Police say thieves stole roughly $7,000 of inventory, including the sought-after plush toy.
It's still really cute.
So cute. This is freaking adorable.
And these toys are the it item of the year, so much so that Labubu, sold worldwide by the Beijing-based toy maker Pop Mart, are now a billion-dollar industry. Crowds gathering outside stores and pop-ups for the chance of nabbing one.
They're selling out and they're hard to get, which makes people want them even more.
That you buy them through a blind box system, which is a system where essentially you don't know what's in the box. You hope that what's in the box is what you want. If you don't get what you want, you got to go buy another one. A lot of folks have sort of likened that sort of system to almost gambling.
The market is so popular, some turning to counterfeit alternatives called Lafufus, often made with lower quality materials, and some may have a different number of teeth than their authentic cousins.
So if you can't tell, this is a fake Labubu.
They're not just toys, they are accessories. They are things that you can collect, not just to dress them up, not just to be amused by, but also to complete an outfit.
Think what you want. The marketing is genius. All right, the Labubu blind box can retail from $20 to $30. You'll see them online, sometimes selling for 3 times that price or more. A rare Labubu, some of them have resold on that second market for as much as $10,000 each. And guys, the fakes are really hard to spot, so it's hard to know if you have a Labu do or a Labu don't.
Okay.
But this is the real deal thanks to our producer, Alana.
You're right. And we couldn't have it here. I was told I can't touch it.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
there's
what,
that's why.
But it's specific to you, Sam. We're all allowed to give it a hug.
Everybody else can.
Oh, it's
Except
just
for
me.
you.
Good. All right.
But it would complete your outfit. Thank you, Sam.
Right on the hip.
Yeah.
Now Michael needs a lobotomy.
No, Mike. I'm over here going, I just wasted minutes of my life.
There's still time to pick one up. Now with Play of the Day, usually Sam does sports duties, but I guess I'm jumping in here.
It's on you today.
Put me in, Coach. 22-year-old and the 18-year-old shining on the court here. I've been tracking all of this. So only 16 days until the U.S. Open. Sure. A lot of excitement on the tennis court happening overnight. First 22-year-old American Ben Shelton won the National Bank Open in Toronto, rallying from a set down to grab the biggest title of his young career. In fact, Ben becomes the youngest American to win any Masters 1000 title since Andy Roddick took Miami back in 2004.
Sure, of course.
So big time for him. After the match, he thanked his mom, sister, and his girlfriend, U.S. women's national soccer team star Trinity Rodman, saying they've been with me every single day, even though they haven't been here in Canada. But another big win, by the way, stalled Ben's match for just a few moments here. 18-year-old Victoria Mboko from Canada pulled off a string of stunning upsets, including beating former world number 1 Naomi Osaka in the final. Even the crowd at Ben's match erupted in cheers and celebrations. You can hear it right there. So the teenager winning her very first WTA Tour final.
That's awesome.
And on home soil to boot. Check out the Superstars Victoria beat on her way to the title there. You can see some of the pictures, including Coco Gauff. She becomes the second youngest player to ever defeat 4 Grand Slam champions in a single tournament. Wow. And guess who is the youngest ever? A certain Serena Williams.
Oh, look at
by
that.
the way. So, yeah. Former U.S. Open winner Sloane Stephens is a big fan, saying, I think she could probably be #1 in the world. We'll see. The first round of the U.S. Open begins on August 24th on ESPN. Just days away. A lot of excitement. Young stars coming out.
Yeah. Whit, I think you did great when you're doing the play-by-play. Yeah. Go a little deeper in the voice.
A little deeper, okay,
a little deeper. Just change the little deeper in the voice.
Excellent.
And then when you do ESPN, go dun 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 dun.
You got it, Sam.
Okay, all right.
Sports Center.
That's my
Sports Center, Sam.
Thank you.
Those are my tips.
Just coming up,
writing it all down.
Good Charlotte is here. Yeah, they're taking over our studio for the GMA Summer Concert Series, and we can't wait. We'll be right back. Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Wildfire emergency. Overnight, the canyon fire exploded in size, reaching nearly 5,000 acres in less than 24 hours. The blaze threatening hundreds of homes. We're on the scene tracking the evacuations right now, as more than 50 million Americans are on alert for scorching, dangerous heat. It's on the move.
Hailed heroes. 6 soldiers honored after they stopped the suspect of the Fort Stewart shooting. What they're saying now.
Grey's Anatomy stars real-life health battle.
I think the words autoimmune disease is really scary.
Camilla Luddington diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease. This morning, what the actress told our Dr. Tara Narula about her troubling symptoms and the message she wants you to hear.
Plus, Emmy Award winner Steve Buscemi is here to save your Friday with his new role in Wednesday.
It is an honor to meet the savior of Nevermore.
And throw all your hands up. We're rocking out with Good Charlotte here live in our studio. Their brand new album dropping overnight. They're performing live, and they're here to say,
Good morning, America.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Friday. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. There are the boys.
Air guitar on Wit.
Yeah.
Air
so
drums,
excited
all of it.
To have Good Charlotte here live in our studio this morning. We cannot wait for them to perform. And someone here at the desk, maybe you could tell how the air drum went to Good Charlotte concert back in 2001?
2001, San Francisco, the Fillmore, Good Charlotte. They were up and coming on the scene. I got a little roughed up in the mosh pit. Got to be honest, I was wearing the same suit. No. It was a different phase of my life, but I'm a huge fan. Great to see them at GMA this morning.
Can't wait.
Don't fanboy out, man. Don't fanboy out, please.
Wick gets to relive those moments.
Yes.
Also ahead, we are breaking down the new Instagram feature, raising some concerns for parents.
But first, a look at the top stories breaking at 8, starting with the wildfires in the West. So we're going to go back to Trevor Ault, who's on the scene in the fire zone. Good morning again, Trevor.
Good morning again, Michael. We know that there has been a lot of development overnight here with the Canyon fire. There's more than 10,000 people who are under evacuation orders. We've got some roadblocks set up over here. In fact, this appears to be maybe a resident that's just pulled up. Law enforcement is supposed to tell them, they actually can't get back here because this fire threat is so dangerous under these very steep conditions. And it's happening, of course, as so much of the West has been dealing with record-shattering heat. We know that's been happening here in Southern California. It's been happening in Phoenix 2 days in a row, the warmest temperatures that they have ever had for those days. And in Colorado even, they have a pair of wildfires that have been burning that have charred more than 70,000 acres. The Canyon fire here has charred 4,000 overnight and counting. And just in the past few hours in Southern California, we have seen at least 5 new fire reports in this extreme heat. The fear is, as the sun comes up, we are once again going to get very warm temperatures that could fuel these flames even more.
Yes, the condition's a major concern there. Trevor Ault, thank you. We turn now to the mass shooting that left 5 soldiers wounded on a Georgia Army base. The suspect taken down by fellow soldiers who've now received medals for heroism. Faith Abube is on the scene with more. Faith, good morning.
Good morning to you. With that suspect is behind bars awaiting formal charges as investigators continue to dig for more evidence. In the meantime, though, we're learning that it was one of his friends who allegedly confronted him and wrestled that gun out of his hands.
This morning, 6 soldiers at Fort Stewart Military Base being hailed as heroes after they tackled a gunman and rendered critical aid to several wounded victims.
The fast action of these soldiers under stress and under trauma and under fire absolutely saved lives from being lost.
Army Secretary Dan Driscoll pinning medals on each hero.
They were unarmed and ran at and tackled an armed person who they knew was actively shooting their buddies, their colleagues, their fellow soldiers.
At one point, Driscoll even hugging Sergeant Aaron Turner, the man who took away the weapon.
Was there a struggle?
Yes, the whole time through.
He was fighting back?
Yeah, we were trying to hold it.
Army investigators say the suspect, 28-year-old Cornelius Radford, left 5 victims in his wake when he allegedly opened fire on his co-workers on the base Wednesday. First Sergeant Joshua Arnold among the first to help the wounded.
I'd look up and a soldier saying, "I got shot, I got shot, I got shot." Immediately put the soldier on the ground, got the top off, rendered aid, tried to stop bleeding.
And Rebecca, Army officials were happy to share that 3 of the victims have been discharged from the hospital. They're back home with their loved ones. 2 of them remain there. However, all of them are expected to make a full recovery. Rebecca.
Thank goodness for that. All right, Faith, thank you. We're going to turn now to the latest on the new Instagram feature that is causing some confusion and concern among users. The Instagram Friend Map lets users share their live location with a select group of friends, rolled out this week, but it did have some users worrying about privacy and security. The head of Instagram is clarifying that you do have to opt into this feature. It will not automatically share your location. Your location will only be shared if you choose to share it, and that if you do, it will only be shared with a group that you choose. And we just heard from a Meta spokesperson right now urging that Instagram's map is off by default. Your live location is never shared unless you choose to turn it on. If you do, only people you follow back or a private custom list you select can see your location, Michael.
Okay. Well, what's your parent? Is there anything special parents should know?
I think what parents should know is if they want to just double check this inside of the app, they can go into the direct messages. They can see what's happening with the map. They can see if the child has opted in, and then they can also see who else that child is sharing the map with. And then finally, they can opt out. They just turn it off.
Yeah, okay, and that's great news. You
Yes,
definitely
it is.
know that. All right, thank you so much, Rebecca. We're going to coming up in our GMA morning menu, Grey's Anatomy star Camilla Luddington on the mystery illness that sapped her energy. Well, she tells our Dr. Tara Narula about her journey to a diagnosis and treatment.
Also ahead, one of my all-time favorites, Steve Buscemi, is here. He just entered the world of Wednesday this season, and he'll tell us about joining all the fun.
And Tori Johnson keeps the deals and steals coming this morning. Summer fun in accessories with bling and much more, all at least 50% off. And then Sam getting into the Friday music mood with some special guests. What's up, Sam?
Your mosh pit pals, Joel and Benji, are here. Hey guys, I don't think we normally have this many fans in the studio.
No, we're happy to be here. It's early. We're happy. We're excited.
It is early. Songs, we're going to talk about the band, the new album. Is it Motel du Cap?
Motel du Cap.
I can't wait to talk about it. We'll be right back.
We're back now with our GMA cover story on Grey's Anatomy star Camilla Luddington, the actress opening up for the first time about her battle with Hashimoto's disease. Our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Tara Narula, got the chance to talk with her all about it. Good morning, Doc.
Good morning, Michael. Hashimoto's disease is an autoimmune disorder that is very common among women. It can cause fatigue, weight fluctuation, and brain fog. Grey's Anatomy star Camilla Luddington described her symptoms as feeling slothy. So Camilla decided to take her health into her own hands, searching for answers and finally getting the test she needed to lead her to her diagnosis.
For years, she's solved medical mysteries.
And an ERCP were negative, which rules out the gallbladder and biliary tree.
As fan favorite, Dr. Joe Wilson on Grey's Anatomy.
You want to win? Get in the game.
Now, actress Camilla Luddington opening up about her own medical mystery.
When I was having my blood drawn, the doctor said to me, is there any reason for concern? And I said, I'm so tired, I must be in perimenopause or I'm deficient in something. And so I want to get my hormones checked.
Testing revealing that Luddington has Hashimoto's disease.
When you found out that you had an autoimmune disease that had a name, how did that make you feel?
I think the words autoimmune disease is really scary. I think when I realized how common it was, it became less scary. And then honestly, one of the first things I felt was relief. I was having a really hard time functioning as a parent, and this gave me reason to believe I can get better, I can take medication, this is something that I can manage.
Hashimoto's disease is an autoimmune disorder where the body attacks its own thyroid. Symptoms can include fatigue, changes in weight, changes in temperature regulation, and brain fog. It affects roughly 1 to 2% of the population of the United States, with women being 4 to 10 times more likely to be diagnosed.
The thyroid affects many different organs in the body and may present with a vast array of symptoms, which could mimic different states in life, such as perimenopause and menopause as well.
The 41-year-old now taking medication and already seeing improvements.
How are you feeling now?
I'm feeling so much better. Even in the past 3 weeks, I feel a lot less slothy. I've been able to work out again, and it hasn't taken me out for the rest of the day. I feel more myself.
Luddington saying she plans to document that journey on Call It What It Is, the podcast she hosts with her former Grey's Anatomy co-star, Jessica Capshaw.
And I know that it's painful, but this pain has purpose.
Why did you want to share your story publicly?
I imagine there's so many people like me on this journey that are also really confused. And so I wanted to bring people along. I want to be able to talk to experts and doctors, get information and get more information out there. And I also just think that when you share a story or a diagnosis, and it makes other people feel like they're not alone.
Camilla told us she struggled with health anxiety for many years, which made her actually dismiss her symptoms. She wants people to know the importance of advocating for yourself and trusting your body and never stop fighting for answers.
So how is it diagnosed and treated?
So it's actually diagnosed with a blood test. We check a TSH, a T4, and sometimes what's called TPO antibodies. And it usually requires really lifelong treatment with replacement thyroid hormones, so drugs like Levoxyl or Synthroid. But if you don't treat it, it can lead to high blood pressure, enlarged thyroid, heart rhythm problems. You heard about the weight gain, fatigue, even mental health and sexual reproductive issues. So it's important to pick it up. And Michael, we also asked her if this might make it into the storyline of Grey's. She said we have to stay tuned and watch season 22 to find out. So
that's a good tease.
You may see Hashimoto show up.
Seems like it should.
But we're glad she figured it out.
Yes, really important. And important to advocate. I love that she has that message. So.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you. As always. All right, Sam, time for pop news.
Want to do a little pop, everybody? Look, we're always living for Fridays, but it's finally here, the Freakier Friday. That it's extra special. By the way, starring Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis officially lands in theaters today. And let's celebrate with a special clip. Take a look.
Chill? I am the adult here. I'm in charge.
Doesn't look like it.
You just earn yourselves a consequence.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
No.
Give me your phones.
Sure.
No. Psych.
By the way, you're the reason this is all falling.
Shut up. No, I'm not.
Yes, it totally is. And don't tell me.
Girls, this is serious. We all need to start getting along unless we want to be stuck like this forever.
You know, you lot are getting the better end of this deal. It's us who are going to be dead in like 5 years.
She's 37. I'm 36 and a half.
That is real with them. They were all here on the show last week. And by the way, the body swap comedy debuting 22 years after the original Freakier Friday is in theaters right now. And it's New Music Friday. New music on Friday, every Friday. So let's talk about it. This morning, we have to thank Ed Sheeran for a brand new single. He just dropped a brand new single 14 years after teaming up with his lookalike Harry Potter star Rupert Grint. For the music video in 2011, that was called Lego House. The doppelganging duo have reunited for Ed's new song, A Little Bit More. He says he loves you, but now he hates you. Check it out.
I used to love you. Now every day I hate you just a little more. Life got better when I lost you, but every day I hate you just a little more.
I have never seen Michael groove on a new Music Friday.
Oh, I love that. I love Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
And it is something you just got to move to. So Sheeran tormenting Grant everywhere he goes in that video, and we can exclusively reveal a clip from behind the scenes on the set where the duo talk about their twinning status. Take a look.
My whole life, people said that I look like you, and I was like on Lego House because I hadn't really appeared in music videos before, and I was thinking maybe people are going to think that Rupert is actually the singer and that it's been you all along.
Sheeran called this a fun and bonkers video to make it the longest shoot he's ever done for his music. A Little More is streaming everywhere now.
And obviously they coordinate those outfits for the shoot of the break and the shoot, I would hope. Because they both showed up in that outfit that wasn't coordinated. I'm like
That's
a little worried.
Freaky Friday.
Could be separated by birth.
Yeah. Pardon me, everybody, to take a second for a family brag. And Michael, I'm talking about your family. When I saw this, I felt like we had to talk about it a little bit. Your daughters, Isabella and Sophia, are on their way to achieving supermodel status, ladies and gentlemen. The girls are teaming up with Kim Kardashian's brand Skims to help debut the brand new campus collection. And they've already gotten the ultimate stamp of approval because they're in. No Auf Wiedersehen here. Heidi Klum herself writing in the comments beauties and then giving the heart emoji. The collection just launched yesterday and these young women posted on Instagram about it. Sophia writing, I had the best day on set. Congratulations. It is so good to see all the smiles and everybody together, Michael.
Thank you, Sam. I'm very proud of my girls. And that is the best they've gotten along I've ever seen in that video right there.
They're so poised,
Amazing.
so beautiful.
Thank
well
you.
done, Michael.
Thank you.
And we're back now with Deals and Steals, and Tori Johnson is here with summer accessories. Hey, Tori, good morning.
I'm excited about this. This is tech candy, and you guys know and love it because it's all about tech accessories that are fun and functional.
Yes.
So, for example, this little bare necessities pocket that fits right onto your phone or your phone case, and then it allows you to carry credit card or a little cash plus a lip gloss or a lip balm. It's so smart. Everything that they do is smart. So we've got the fan that is also a charging bank.
This is amazing.
It's good,
it's
right?
Compact, it's tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is this. So this one, great mirror with a light, but then it's also a charging bank for your phone. So you get multiple use out of a lot of things. One of my favorites, this little guy right here, the teeny weeny Airbud Cleanie. And so, you know those?
Say that one more time.
Yeah, teeny weeny Airbud Cleanie.
Okay.
So they're also very clever names on every one of their products, like the fans, the Easy Breezy. What's so smart about this is those little earbuds, you know, those get little like wax in there and dust and dirt and you don't know how to get it out. This is gonna be the solution. So if you've got any kind of tech, one of these solutions is going to be great for you. We also have the more maybe functional things like the cords. I like this bottle service. I could go on with every one of these, but you guys get the gist. 50 to 80% off starting at $5.
Excellent. All right, let's talk about glasses.
Yeah, so Ryan Simkai Eye Shop, prepare for compliments. We've got you, these are back here.
Did you pick these out especially
I did
for
not,
me,
I
these
think
ones
Sal did. Let's see.
There you go.
There you go.
Right.
So they're all about like bold frames.
Yes.
Like that's what their brand is really all about. Bold frames, but then obviously functional eyewear because we've got blue light blockers, tinted lenses, polarized glasses.
I really like these ones down here.
Okay, let's see. Let's see.
Let's give this a go. Here we go. What do you think?
Yes,
Now
those are very much for you.
There we go.
Every option slashed in half, $19 to $21. That's really good.
Excellent.
Those are good.
All right.
Okay.
Good, I should keep these ones. Like it?
Those are good.
Look good. All right, let's talk bags, right?
Kedzie, I am very obsessed with this particular product right here. So this is a lanyard, and then it has a clip to be able to put your phone on here. Any phone case that you have, this will work with. Then it also has a clip right here to carry eyeglasses. So you get to keep both essentials right there, but be hands-free and no bulk. Plus, you could clip this off and put it onto your bag if you prefer, or just use it with the phone. And it's just like a nice little chic lanyard. But then all of their bags kind of have multi-functions. So crossbodies, wristlets, backpacks, so many different compartments. You get a lot of bag with your buck on those because everything does multiple things. Prices are really fabulous too. Everything slashed in half, $15 to $21 for the entire assortment.
All you need is a Labubu, and at times harmonize the whole
I know,
thing together,
right? I know
right?
we're
With the
missing
bag?
a little boo-boo to
You
be
got it.
stuck on there.
Jewelry.
Okay,
Everybody likes
jewelry.
jewelry.
Prepare for compliments
Mhm.
with Sterling Forever. We've got their herringbone chains, which right now are so popular. And then I am obsessed with these little rings. I put a couple of them on here just because, right? So you get their little stacking rings.
multiple of stacking
yes,
rings.
These are
Okay.
stacking rings. So if you see these right in the front here, these are all stacking. You get 3 in 1. The prices on these are insane. These are about $20 each. Not only that, every single thing today from Sterling Forever has free shipping as well.
Free
so
shipping.
You get a lot of bling for your buck on this one.
Bling for the buck.
Yes.
We like that.
Okay. Family game night has never looked so good. Look at these games from Brooke. They literally double as just fun house decor because whether you put them on a table or a bookshelf, they look gorgeous. But then also all of your favorite games, so Scrabble, Mahjong, poker, we've got backgammon, we've got all of the games, and then you can add optional personalization if you want to make it a really fun gift. I know you're looking for your initials. I didn't prepare your initials.
I wasn't looking. I was just exploring everything.
I wanted you to look for your initials, but I got to take care of you.
Is
That's
this for Sam Champion?
That's for Sam Champion.
Sam Champion.
Everything slashed in half starts at $30.
Michael Strahan?
Yeah, really
Okay.
fun for
There
Sam.
we go.
And we got some poker cards for Michael here. We
Excellent.
took care of him. And then Just Spices. So
Yes.
what I love
Now
about
we're
this is a company that combines all of these chef-curated spices into one so that you don't have to buy multiple mono spices. My favorite's the avocado topping. 6 different spices in here to make that gorgeous avocado toast. So you get all of the spices.
Just needs my egg on it,
Right?
and we're good to go.
There you go. So you get all the spices in here, 6 spices, but it's $2.50 for this one little thing. That's fabulous. Big assortment. It's going to elevate your cooking. All of this slashed up to 64%. Can't beat that.
Love it. We got it all. Thank you so much, Tori. We appreciate it. Of course, we partnered with all these companies on these great deals. You can get them at gma.com.
GMAdeals.com.
GMAdeals.com, where you will also find bonus deals, right?
Got it.
Or the QR code right there on the screen. We're going to be back with more after this.
Welcome back to GMA, live from New York City.
All right, we're back with a man who's done it all and started some of our favorite movies and TV shows of all time, from Fargo to The Big Lebowski. And Boardwalk Empire, Steve Buscemi, is schooling us all once again, joining the cast of his hit show, Wednesday, as Principal Dort. Steve, good morning to you.
Yes. Welcome.
Yeah, I mean,
there are a lot of fans here.
That's a big deal.
Got a
Look
lot
at
of
this.
fans in here, I see. Yeah, a lot of fans. Well, you're legendary. You have a legendary resume. 196 acting credits, to be exact.
Wow.
I mean, it's really.
Let me name them all.
But they say you said you were a little nervous to join Wednesday.
I was, because I was such a fan of the first season. And I don't know, it's, whenever I'm the new person coming into a show, it's a little nerve-wracking because you just know them from the show. I had this experience before. I came into The Sopranos, well, actually, I directed in the 3rd season. And that was terrifying because I come in, now I'm directing these characters that I totally believe are real. And it was, nerve-wracking. So this was a little different because I knew it was Tim Burton, but I hadn't worked with him in over 20 years. But I don't know if I was, intimidated, but I was a little nervous. You're like the new.
They may be nervous to see. They may be nervous to meet you, though.
Oh, Steve's walking in.
Yeah. And you worked with Tim Burton to put together the whole aesthetic for your character based on Edgar Allan Poe.
We both kind of came up with the idea because I, in rewatching the first season, I saw, this. There was a statue of Edgar Allan Poe, and I went, well, what if my character fancies himself, because he's such a Nevermore fan. And when I told Tim about it, he showed me in a script he had drawn a picture of Edgar Allan Poe next to, and then he gave me his Edgar Allan Poe action figure, which I think was from his personal collection. It wasn't like he just bought it. I think it was like really his.
Has one laying
Of
around
course
the
he does.
garage.
Of course he does.
I didn't even know Poe had an action figure.
Who knew?
Well, the look is perfect. Let's go ahead and take a look at a clip.
You have the sizzle factor I've been looking for.
Wow. I'm honored, but I'm not so sure I have the time to take on something like that. I'm really sorry.
Me too. I mean, you are a scholarship student, right? The school is in a financial pickle, and if we don't meet our fundraising goals, I may be forced to let some of the scholarship students go.
Okay, so there you are on Wednesday. We mentioned all of the other things that you've done in television and film over the years, but we also noted that your characters don't always meet the nicest end. And we looked up some statistics here that apparently you have died on screen more than 20 times. So if you could bring back one character back to life, who would it be?
Probably Donnie from The Big Lebowski.
Yes.
Because I love the way he died. He was literally scared to death. This is so unfair.
Yeah.
He did not deserve it.
The iconic
Most of my characters deserved to die. This one didn't.
The funeral was hilarious.
I remember the funeral with the Folgers, your ashes in the Folgers can. They blew back on the dude. That's one of my favorites. Well, maybe there's a future for Donnie. We'll see.
Yeah.
So also the studio. I mean, this show comes in with 23 Emmys. You want to talk a little bit about that?
I was actually working in New Zealand at the time, and got the call and saying that they want you to do this little. And I read the script, and I'm like, the original script, they were really going after me.
Oh, really?
They toned it down. They toned it down with but then I got on the phone with Seth Rogen, and he goes, "We love you. Could you please do this?" So I went there and I did it. I had to be back in New York, it was a very short window. But Martin Scorsese, to be, in that episode, to be in, the lead in the Scorsese movie, I just loved it. I loved the whole idea. And I love that they played on my name. We've been talking about this guy for half an hour. Nobody knows how to say his name. I don't know how to say my name.
Well, for years, I feel like it was Buscemi. Everyone was saying Buscemi, right?
I say Buscemi, but I don't. But Buscemi is the Italian way to pronounce it, so it's not wrong. Yeah. So.
Well, Steve Buscemi.
Yes, thank you.
We appreciate you being here. And they keep bringing up all these shows. I'm like, what haven't you been in that I don't love? Everything. And another thing, Wednesday.
Yes.
Another one. We got another one. You can watch Wednesday. Superfans back here. Season 2. Yeah. You can watch Wednesday, Season 2, Part 1 right now, and Part 2 on September the 3rd, only on Netflix. Steve, thank you for coming through.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
A lot of fun to have you here.
I just got back from Florida, really and truly, just moments ago. We've been having the best time down there and trading places in South Florida. The one person I didn't see when I was down there is Victor Oquendo. He's in Fort Lauderdale right now with some special guests. Victor, how are you? What's going on, my friend?
Sam, you did some great work here. I can't believe that we missed each other. But yes, a lot of people might not realize this, but for the last few years, South Florida has been the epicenter of the hockey world. The Florida Panthers, back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. I love to say it. I'm pretty sure that these guys love to hear it too. Joined by a couple of the guys on the team. Got Carter Verhaeghe, Aaron Ekblad, and ABC Miami's Josh Moser. Thank you all for waking up early with us today. Carter, for you. Consecutive championships. You've had some time to let this sink in now. Tell me what the last few seasons have been like.
Yeah, the last few seasons have been amazing. I mean, just going to the finals and then winning back-to-back. We built something special here with all the guys, and the fans are on board, and it's just really something special here.
Yeah, Aaron, I mean, South Florida, not traditionally known for winter sports, but you guys have dominated this region. Tell me how South Florida has embraced this special team.
Yeah, we've been through plenty of ups and downs as a franchise, and to be where we're at now is pretty special, and the fans and everybody in the community are behind us all the way through 2 championships and 3 Stanley Cup finals, and we're just trying to build on that every day.
Trying to keep this run going, aren't we? Josh, for you, I don't know if you guys can tell at home, but if you look at his jacket, he's got 2 Stanley Cup trophy little pins right there. Josh, you've covered this team for years. Tell me, what's it like covering them, and what's it like around town as they get ready to gear up for a potential three-peat?
I mean, you hear them talk, it's just about the closeness that they have and really the accessibility. We've got the NFL here, we've got the NBA, we've got baseball, we've got Messi, but it's really about the togetherness and closeness and the access that we're able to get with these guys. But we talk about winning, everybody loves a winner. We almost had gosh, there was almost 500,000 people out at the last parade, and just no one really knew what hockey was that was living here. And now all of a sudden, this is where you want to be. You're in a world-class facility. You've got amazing players. You have players that like each other and that really want to be here. And I think once everybody wants to be here, it's where everybody else wants to be.
Yeah, I think everyone's on board right now. You mentioned this facility. This is a pretty special place. This is the Iceplex where you guys practice. Right now, behind us right now, we have the Florida Junior Panthers. It's a summer camp going on. But guys, you practice here, and then on the other rink, you've got the public skating too, and they can come watch you guys practice. How special is this?
Yeah, like they built a world-class facility here. With the 2 rinks, our gym, our room, it's honestly amazing. And we're practicing sometimes. The kids are up on the glass asking for pucks, bring us signs and everything like that. And it's really special, and the support in the community is just unbelievable.
Does it bring you a little bit closer to the community, practicing in a place like this?
For sure. I think in the playoffs this past year, we had this entire stands filled with people for an open practice. So it's special. They get some access and they're able to see it. We get to work out in the morning, do something like this, and then get on the ice in 10, 15 minutes. So it's awesome.
How are we feeling about a three-peat? Sorry to do that to you.
Don't jinx it.
That's
that's
fine.
a play.
All right, Carter, Aaron, Josh, thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. Guys, we'll send it back to you.
Plus, you get to get in from the Florida heat. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
It's a nice ice box just to not sweat. All right, let's go to Ginger. Ginger, I need a good Charlotte glow up.
Oh, you are about to get one. You don't even need a glow up. Come on, Sam. But we are all gearing up for Good Charlotte, and that performance is coming at you very soon. But I'm here in the Glow Up Lounge, and our sponsor, Massage Envy, is giving some lucky fans some wellness tips. Not only getting a massage gives you relaxation, but routine massage can offer mental and physical benefits. Boy, I agree. I'm gonna have to jump in here. Improved circulation, decreased muscle stiffness, and improved flexibility. You want to trust your self-care routine to a team of skilled professionals, of course, and Massage Envy is the place to go. Amazing massages there, plus you get a good stretch, you can get a facial, and other results-driven skincare services. So how's everybody feeling? Learning a lot?
Yeah,
I see that with the, I see. I'm listening to the tips, too, as I talk.
It is our summer concert series, and I am here with all the fans and punk band Good Charlotte as they celebrate the release of Motel Du Cap, their first album in 7 years. They're performing a new song for us. This is I Don't Want to Work Here Anymore. Take it away.
Growing up, I never dreamed of clocking in and clocking out. I feel like I'm being paid to lose my mind. I'm getting older, feeling colder, like my youth is almost over, and all my dreams are fading faster all the time. All my life I've been waiting for a chance to chase this feeling. Don't tell me what to do, I don't wanna work for you. It don't pay enough, it ain't adding up, yeah, life's too short. I'll never be like you, so keep your uniform. I don't make enough, I'm not acting tough, I'm just out the door. I don't work here anymore. Oh, I don't work here anymore. Oh, your blonde hair, those blue eyes were as crystal as the ocean, and I knew it. I could see you by my side. When you walked in, it was over. I felt sober for the first time. When you took my hand, my dreams were open wide. All my life I was praying for a chance to have this feeling. Don't tell me what not to fail. They always make me doubt it. Not this time, this one's mine, I'm not for sale. Don't tell me what to do, I don't wanna work for you. It don't pay enough, it ain't not enough, yeah, life's too short. I'll never be like you, so keep your uniform. I don't make enough, I'm not acting tough, I'm just out the door. I don't work here anymore. Oh, I don't work here anymore. Oh, I don't work here anymore. Oh, I don't work here anymore. Oh.
And we are back now with the multi-platinum band Good Charlotte joining us for our summer concert series. And this morning, they're celebrating the release of their highly anticipated new album with a fan favorite of the past. This is The Anthem.
But it all feels old. It's a good life, that's what I'm told. But everything, it all just feels the same. At my high school, it felt more to me like a jail cell, a penitentiary. My time spent there, it also made me sing. I don't ever wanna be like you. I don't wanna do the things you do. I'm never gonna hear the words you say. I don't ever wanna be you. Don't wanna be just like you. Oh, what I'm saying is this is the anthem. Throw all your hands up, you. Don't wanna be you. Go to college or university, get a real job. That's what they said to me. But I could never live the way they want. I'm gonna get by and just do my time. On a step while they all get in line. I'm just a minor, but no pay, no mind. Do you really wanna be like them? Really wanna be another trend? Do you wanna be part of that crowd? 'Cause I don't ever wanna be you. Don't wanna be just like you. Oh, what I'm saying is this is the anthem. Throw all your hands up, you. Don't wanna be you. Shake it once, that's fine. Shake it twice, that's okay. Shake it 3 times, you're playing with yourself again. You don't wanna be just like you. Oh, what I'm saying is this is the anthem. Throw all your hands up. I got to feel me singing you with me. You don't wanna be just like you. This is the anthem. Throw all your hands up. I got to feel me singing you with me. Another loser anthem. Another loser anthem. Another loser anthem. Another loser anthem.
Now that's the way you get your weekend started with Good Charlotte, everybody. Thank you guys for getting our weekend off to the right start. You can see another performance of Good Charlotte on GMA3, so don't miss that.
Take care, guys.